country. I wanted just to say good morning. And I'm eating my breakfast, a nice healthy breakfast. I just showed you, see again. See that? Turkey bacon, 1 small tomato, and egg whites. That's 110 calories for the whole plate. And over half of it is my protein. And as you can see, I always clean my plate. So if I don't make the right choices in the first place, then I set myself up for failure. So I just wanted to document this. I'm going to try to do this throughout the day and calculate all my calories and everything, and just for a little mental note on how I eat. I don't normally sit at the kitchen table. I normally sit in the living room with a tray and my food on a tray or on my stomach, my big belly. So that's a little bit of a change, because I normally sit in front of the TV watching the TV and eating, and you mindlessly eat when you do that. So I've eaten my breakfast slow, and I've enjoyed it, and I know that I've only taken in 110 calories, a lot of protein, and I had at least one vegetable. If you can call a tomato a vegetable, fruity vegetable. Otherwise, it was good. And chose wise with the turkey bacon, which was really nice. I've just started eating that. And that was 3 egg whites. And it had just a teaspoon of mustard. I know if they but trust me, it gives it flavor. So that you can tolerate it. But that's some good substantial protein in 3 egg whites. And I use this Firelight. It's sunflower oil spray. It's got like 1 calorie, but it's a little pump. Okay, you just spray a non-stick skillet with that, and it's easy to like make an omelet out of 3 egg whites. So it's pretty good. I'll be back. I just wanted to note, I have made a lot of changes. This is my normal plate. Big plate, huge plate. Look at my hand inside this plate. So if palm size was a piece of meat, you could get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces on that plate, just the size of your palm. It's huge. That was my normal size plate, always filled up, not just filled across, filled up. That's a dome. So that alone is a huge change, from that plate to this small plate. See that? So palm size on that one, not on the outside, the inside. See palm size on that one? It takes up half of that plate. So half of that plate with protein and the other half with vegetable. That's plenty of food. That's more than a weight loss surgery patient eats, but it's still a change. A huge change. See the difference? So that is a non-scale victory to me. That is a good change. I think that's a very good change. A lot of us are opposed to change and can't stand it. I fought it for a long time, but I made that change back in March. And I don't cook for more than one person. My husband has his own foods, so, only maybe once every 2 weeks that I make a meal for us to have together. And that's just the way we do things. We sit down together. We might be eating different things. We sit down together, whether in front of the TV or wherever. Very, very seldom do we sit at the table together. That's a change that I'd like to make. So, that in order to grow, you do need change. And it's not all bad. It might grab you and throw you for a loop for a little while, but you benefit in it, in the long run from it. So those psychological changes and those physical changes, you'll learn to adapt to. And no matter how much we procrastinate over things, we have to adapt to them. And show ourselves a little bit of love, because we are worth it. After all, if we weren't worth that amount of love, we wouldn't have took so much patience with us. And surely Jesus wouldn't have given himself for people that weren't worth it. We're worth it. We're worth it. I'm making fireman's stew. Dad used to make it, and since he passed away back in February, I'm the one that makes it now. And I think he taught me right, because it always turns out pretty good. I won't say it's as good as Dad's, but yeah. He was a fireman for 30 years, my father-in-law. And so he used to cook for a big bunch of people. So it's taken me a good while to taper down the fireman's stew. So we got one Swede. For those of you have to peel it. It's a Swede. It's like hard like a potato. It's really, really good for you. One Swede, one parsnip chopped up, 3 carrots chopped up. I'll only use 2 potatoes, 2 onions, and that's turkey mince. Dad always used beef mince, and I've changed it around a little bit. So that's a half a pound of turkey mince. And just peel and cube everything. You also use, I'm not going to tell you everything. It won't be a secret then, will it? But you use a few spices and herbs, fresh herbs and spices, and some nice vibrant broth that I've got going in there. There's my broth. And then when you assemble everything, you let it cook for 3.5 hours on low heat. A little bit of rock salt and pepper to taste. And then you'll have it. And when it's done, I'll show you the rest of it. A couple of cloves of garlic. 3. And I will dice those up. 2 stalks of celery, chopped thin after you de-string them. Take the strings out of them. And some mixed herbs, 2 bay leaves, some thyme, some parsley, 1 vegetable stock pot. It's a little stock pot. Salt, rock salt to taste, pepper, a splash of soy sauce and a splash of Worcestershire sauce if you like. I try not to put those unless it's low sodium, but it does give a nice flavor. This soup is delicious. It's low calorie, and on these nice cool days it makes for a really, really tasty soup. Fireman's Stew, Dad's Fireman's Stew. Delicious. I'll show you the end result later. I've got everything in the pot, all the veg, my fresh herbs, bay leaf, and now I've got to add the turkey and the onion. Then I'll put 2 cups of water and just let it simmer on low after it's come to the boil for 3.5 hours. Hey, I have finished making my fireman's stew, and I thought you'd like to have a look. That's it. Dad's Fireman's Stew, piping hot. Delicious. And that is how we roll.